Aries, I heard you are tough. You are tough. You paved the way for the rest of the zodiac. And therefore, you have to have a certain toughness about you. You have to have a passion. You have to be fiery. And oftentimes, it gets misunderstood by other people. The Emperor, your card right here. But you are the Emperor. You must lead the way. Now, this is a general reading. We have the Magician here. See? You manifest the way. You open the way, the reality, the possibility for others to follow. Now, I was going to say, this is a general reading. So speaking of others following, you don't have to be an Aries to watch this. You could just be resonating with Aries energy. We all have every sign in our chart in a different house, right? So Aries, regardless of where it is in your chart, I heard are the way bearer. You are the way bearer. And sometimes you need to be aggressive when you do that. When you walk through the jungle and you're leading the way for the pack, sometimes you need to get out your machete and cut down a way, right? Clear a path for others to follow. And so they follow you through that path, right? You make the way. And then you get to your little spot, right? And you set up camp with everybody that you paved the way to, that you cleared out. But now there's no leaves to build the roof to your shelter because you've cleared them all out for everybody to get there. And everybody turns to you and says, why did you do that, Aries? This is all your fault. And you're like, how are we even supposed to get here? Maybe it's your job to bring some resources along. Okay, Aries, that's what I'm getting for you. So I feel like maybe recently some people have been blaming you for something or just not understanding the necessity of whatever it is you needed to do. Like you needed to do something and you did it, okay? You did it. It had to be done. Okay, let's see what's going on for Aries for the month of June. The way bearer. Interesting. Oh, I'm going to ask to pull out some oracle cards first. So let's get some context, I guess. We have ride the wave, see where it takes you. Inhale, exhale. Seek inspiration in unusual places and finding balance. Ooh, this is interesting. This really has an up and down feeling, like a wave. So it's like, I want an adventure. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go after it. I'm just going to do it. And in doing that, it brings you some kind of balance because you're not holding back on your own passion. You're going forward. You're breaking ground. You're clearing the way. You're doing something. And I'm hearing altruism. You're doing it for others too. I heard whether you know it or not. Interesting. And so whatever it is that you're doing, it is bringing you balance. Although it does seem like, I heard sea storm, does feel like very intense at times or nerve-wracking. It doesn't feel good to you when you hold yourself back. Okay, like for instance, for Taurus, when Taurus holds itself back from doing something, it's not like a chaotic energy. It's kind of like a Taurus thing to do. Like, well, hold on, let me think about that for like 15,000 years before I do it, right? And I say that with love, I'm Taurus. But for Aries, it's like when you hold something back that you want to do, you're like really frustrated about it because you need to do it. And that's just in your nature, and that's okay. So whatever it is that you're riding the wave towards, like you're freeing yourself from something. Could be a connection, could be a job, could be a mindset. You're freeing yourself from something, and it's bringing you to an unusual place where you're finding balance in the exertion of power, I heard, cool, but also passion. So you're taking charge. And it's bringing you back into balance, Aries. Okay, let's see. The moon, beginning the month with the moon. Then we have the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups as your defining event for the month. And what are we ending on? Yeah, I feel like you're opening up to something unexpected for you. Maybe some of you have had a change of heart, or, I mean, this could be the energy of someone you're dealing with, but I feel like this is very Aries energy. For some reason, I'm not being able, like I can't pull the last card. That's interesting. So let's go through the month and then we'll pull the last card after, because it's not letting me do that right now. So we're beginning the month with the moon. I'm going to clarify these. So thinking, reflecting on, I heard secrets from the past, Maybe some, yeah, Hanged Man in the Page of Wands. Maybe there's something that you heard, a message you're going to receive, or you did receive, or that you delivered, that is allowing you to explore some uncertainty from the past. Some of you were questioning why you were so scared of your dreams. Queen of Wands, yeah. You're stepping into your power here. This is an Aries card as well. I don't know why I said as well. There's no other Aries cards out here. But there is something here. There's a message that everything is of your creation. Everything around you, all your thoughts, your imaginations, your perspective, your projections, everything. It's all of your creation, especially for you, Aries. And I'm hearing that might be why some people get frustrated with you, because a lot of what happens is coming from you. You're manifesting it. You're the magician. You're manifesting everything. And I don't think you always realize how much power you have in cultivating and shaping a particular situation. And I think others, this isn't going to be for all of you, but others have told you, like, that was of your doing. You did that. This is a result of what you did. And you're thinking, like, what did I do? This is you, right? And so I think, and I'm not saying it's not part of what another person did, but you have a lot of creative energy here to create entire situations, to manifest entire imaginations, I heard. Okay, so this is what the moon and the Queen of Wands are telling me, is that whatever is in your imagination, in your subconscious, in your dreams, fears as well as confusions, but also deep-rooted desires, whatever it is that's in there, in that ocean, I heard that Aries ocean, whatever is in there is what you manifest. It's what you think. It's your perception. It's how you see the world. And it's not just your visions of the world, it's your creations of the world. It's what you create. And it's interesting, this moon card is coming out with ride the wave and see where it takes you. So for many of you, maybe you need to just trust those uncomfortable feelings of not really knowing what's going on and just ride it out. See where it goes. Don't feel like you need to have all the answers. You're seeing some kind of vision unfold before you, and you're not realizing how much you created this. Good or bad, right? I don't know exactly what we're talking about. It's going to be different for everyone. Now, the defining event of the month, we have the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. This is cool, okay, Aries, because I feel like a person or a group of people, potentially a group of people, they don't have to be connected, turned their back on you, walked away from you, or maybe they didn't completely walk away, but you felt shunned in some way, or like on the outcast. Like, it's like that analogy from the beginning of you clearing the way, and then everybody turns to you and says, Aries, this is all your fault. But they don't realize that you were the one who made this entire clearing for them to look out on. And so you've kind of constructed this guard for yourself, this very protective guard, because fuck them, right? If they don't see what you did, if they don't see your purpose, your vision, and that it came from a good place and that this is just the way it needed to be done for you, then screw it, right? Like, fuck them. And in doing that, and that doesn't necessarily mean you turn your back, but you don't internalize their crap, you know? You don't internalize their rejection or their negative comments, I heard. Their negative comments or whatever it is that's coming towards you where you don't feel appreciated. You're not internalizing that anymore because you've done some kind of deep understanding about your own fears and where that internalization comes from in the first place. When you start believing other people's projections, okay? You know now the difference between someone else's projection and your reality. And so you've really secured yourself, built yourself a nice little enclosure, you know, energetic enclosure that allows you to explore on your own time and not have anybody else criticize you. And coming out of that, because you did that, boundaries, self-love, you know, respecting yourself, seeing how important you are, you know, all of this stuff without having to have that external validation. Like, you knew you had to do what you had to do for other people too, regardless of whether they validate you or not. You know, having all of that understanding is leading you to an Ace of Cups. This could be brand new love, the potential for brand new love. I see this as just like new energy, like a new chapter coming in, a new chapter. I heard for some of you, it might be a baby. That's obviously not going to be for everyone. But it's like, because those people, and I keep hearing shunned, okay? So it might not be that extreme, but that's the word I'm getting. Because those people shunned you, or that's how you feel, or whatever the case is, right? It doesn't matter whether you feel it or not. It's your reality. It's your perspective. Okay, so because that happened, you were able to turn kind of the other direction, put your back to them, and look at something else that was maybe more hidden to you than it was before. And out of that exploration of whatever was hidden, now it's like you've created something, or you've gained something new perspective that you wouldn't have had everybody celebrated you, had everybody said, "Oh, Aries, you're the best." You know, you wouldn't have had this happen to you or come towards you, or it will be in June. This feels like a very abstract reading, but I hope it's making sense to you. I mean, I hope you know what it's about. For some of you, this could be like something way back, you know, where you felt like an outcast. Maybe, I don't know, when you were a kid or something, or in a certain relationship. Somebody just didn't show you the respect and appreciation of whatever it is you were doing. Now, I'm hearing it's not really a matter of who's right and who's wrong. It's a matter of your perspective and now understanding, or like taking that energy of their non-appreciation, right? Taking that energy and finding something new to do with it and realizing that this is better for you. Oh, there's so many, but I have to take it because I see your card here, the Emperor. Yeah, you're ending the month with the Emperor. Okay, so we have Temperance with the Ace of Swords. You were very patient for a long time. And in this patience, you found this balance here, Temperance, balancing out these different extremes. Like, I really feel like this is other people versus yourself, or external versus internal. It's like you've realized how to balance those thoughts in your head. Which thoughts are mine? What's reality? What's not? What's a projection? What's part of my imagination? You know, all of these different questions you had about the truth, you're starting to balance them out in June in your mind. And it's leading to a new way of thinking. Okay? And this is coming out with the Seven of Swords with the Emperor. And I think what you're realizing is that no matter what people are doing behind the scenes, if they're lying, if they're sneaking around, if they're just, I don't know, creating drama or whatever it is, which seems to come up in your past readings, is that there's some character around you that's pretty dramatic. I heard, or it's you, right? Because you're part of that creation too. And that's not to say anything negative, but it's like you're realizing that you actually hold the most important piece on the board, the most important chess piece. And I think we've had this theme of chess in a number of your readings. But it's like at the end of the month, other people's bullshit or whatever they're doing sneaking around, it's not like you have to figure out the truth anymore of it all, because it doesn't really matter, because you created the game, I want to say. And it's not to say you're playing games. It just means that you've created your reality and they're just a piece on your board, right? And so you're going to find something comfortable in this. You're going to feel more at ease, I feel like. And there are going to be people trying to do shady shit behind your back, but it's like you're just, like, this guy's just like turning away from it. Like, I don't really care. I don't really care that you're coming towards me. And this person, whoever this is, the Seven of Swords, they're being super dramatic about it, okay? This could be a past energy that now you're reflecting on. But it's like they're maybe screaming, yelling, really trying to make it known that they're coming, even though they're being sneaky and deceitful. Is a weird energy, okay? But you have your chess piece and you're just looking the other direction. Like, I got my eye on bigger things. I got my eye on the prize. I found inspiration somewhere very unexpected. And we have the King and the Queen of Wands out here. And I think this is the balance here. This is the balance of your two sides. Your negative and your feminine. Your negative and your feminine. Ooh, interesting. Your masculine and your feminine. So maybe your masculine side was negative for a bit, you know? Or somebody projected that onto you. It's interesting. It's very positive. It's a very positive reading, although it's a little bit difficult because there is a certain level of accountability that you need to take in the month of June in order to get you to this place. Accountability for, yeah, you did cut all those trees down, but you did them for a reason, but you still did them, right? So you can't really say to yourself, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I just cleared the way, but I didn't cut the trees. It's like, no, you cut the trees. But you did it for a reason, and it's other people's problem if they can't see it. But there's still an accountability you're coming to understand in yourself that, yeah, okay, maybe there was a better way I could have done that. Maybe I didn't have to cut down those trees. Or maybe I should have told somebody first before I did it, had their input, you know, something like that. And whatever it is in your reflecting process of your situation, that's when you're coming up with this Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups, something brand new. Trust. Yeah, and in reflecting on your actions and why you did what you did and all of this stuff and, you know, other people's roles and they're not being appreciative of you, you're going to start to trust yourself more because it's like you're able to weed out the differences or weed out someone else's actions from your garden. Discernment. Absolutely. You're discerning who owns what shit in this, I heard, in this toxic situation. Realization with resilience. Yeah, you are resilient. Doesn't matter how many people don't get you or don't understand you. Okay? Now, your next cycle, you're probably going to cut some trees down as well. But hopefully this time you can do it from a more self-reflective way. Okay, Aries? I hope that helped. I love you so much.